What's going on, people? Welcome to Drama Free Gaming. It is what it says, and it says what it is. I am End Time, your host, and I'm feeling kind of, mischievous this evening. With me is my brother from another mother. It is Jay. Talk to these people. What's going on, brother?
Now last time I gave an intro, this dude about ripped my head off. So I'm trying to keep it
Yes.
as plain as possible. So I'm sorry.
Thank you. I was like gritting my teeth and like, oh, here comes the cringe moment. Here he comes. You're gonna try to sound like the dude from like what did I say before the we hit the like button?
Yeah,
Masterpiece Theater or something. Some of
yeah.
you cats don't know what we talk about, but
Uh, Mystery Science 3000.
Oh my gosh,
Those
I
are
don't
some
know.
good shows, man.
Vincent Price or something like just trying to
Oh, dude. Vincent Price was the man. That's back when a voice could terrify you. Vincent Price had one.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, let me just get some housekeeping things out of the way. Of course, you are here on youtube.com/drama free gaming. And we appreciate the 341 and counting subscribers.
Hey,
That
where
number keeps
y'all?
getting bumped up
Where
every
y'all
time I
coming
look at it.
from?
Anyways,
Where
hey,
y'all
we
coming
you know
from?
what?
Hey,
I think
we share love.
we got a lot of undercover brothers and sisters out here. That's what we got.
Hey, please be undercover. I love you all for it. Let the love flow.
Oh man. Well, we're not trying to be like everybody else. I mean, there's some amazing podcasts out here that are on weekly, week in, week out. I listen to a bunch of them, but lately, to be honest with you, Jay, I haven't really been listening to nothing about the chatter about next gen consoles, and we're going to talk about that because of some news that dropped today. We're going to get to that here in a minute, but I kind of like to start it off by just thanking everyone who's hit that subscribe button. If you've checked out other of my videos and content, I haven't done gameplay and actually recorded gameplay and uploaded anything to YouTube for a while. There's a couple of series that I got to get back to that I will be getting back to here shortly, hopefully. But other than that, we've just been chilling, doing life. I'm hoping, praying, excuse me, any of you guys out there who are going through some tough times, if you come across the channel and if you just chill and hang, you'll notice that we're just some old school gray head gamers, not really trying to be an echo chamber and repeat everything that's being said throughout YouTube and social media and the world about, these consoles and all this other stuff. We try to like just talk about stuff and give our honest opinion, and it is what it is. We try to, of course, keep it drama free, but from time to time, we go off on tangents. Ain't that right, Jay?
Hey, why you gotta aim that at me like I be the one to go on?
Well, Jay has his moments, and then I got my moment, so that's
So
just.
this brother's you want to get this brother fired up about a moment? Say something bad about Xbox to let him go. That's how you get him.
Anyways, we'll get to Xbox here in a minute. Maybe some PlayStation, some Nintendo, a bunch of stuff that's been happening. Some PC talk. We were hoping to have Henyo with us, who's been with us on a couple of occasions, and I think he got snatched away by some body snatchers or something. So maybe if he gets free, he'll be on the show a little bit later on. But if not, then hey, it is what it is.
Yo,
It is
why? Why?
Hey, that's life, man. Life calls or whatever, and you just gotta go. You gotta do your thing. But anyways, brother, what you've been playing, man? Let's talk about some games, and I'll share with you a couple of games that I've been playing, and what you been on, what you been up to.
Gaming wise, I'm kind of stuck in the rut right now. I got so many games I want to play, and I want to go back and play, but at the same time, I haven't been like heavily game motivated per se.
Okay.
So
hold on, stretch out on the couch and talk to me. Go ahead. This sounds deep.
Whoa, this brother.
Are you going through one of those phases?
Hold on.
Let me get my pad out and analyze this. Hold on.
So we going into end times therapy.
We need some intervention here. So, how long you been feeling this way?
Well, ever since Anthem came and crashed and burned,
Oh
and
my God, the
it
man
ain't
said
been the same.
Anthem. Anthem's getting a reboot, man.
But my depression has been so strong since that
Oh
happened.
man. Anthem was supposed to be our saving grace, man. We was so hyped about that game.
Oh
And
my
then
God,
it burned and crashed. Oh
well,
man.
well, it got to catch on fire before any of that.
Oh man. Yeah. Blazing glorious fire, and then that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, there might be some hope. I think, what BioWare has been posting on social media here and there and stuff, and it's looking like they're working on it. Don't know how big the team is, don't know how committed, dedicated they are, but some life is better than no life, so we'll see. Maybe it'll be out in about another 5 years or something. So maybe when the PlayStation 6 comes out. Who knows?
This brother's giving it no hope at this point.
No. To be honest, I want Anthem to be all that it can be, and it's got a long way to go.
Anthem is not in G.I. Joe. It is not the real.
It's not G.I. Joe. But
you can't. Nah.
But let's get back to the couch. What's this issue? You playing, not playing, stuck? Like, what's going on?
I don't know, man. It's when you got a big backlog and you start going through. You go, yeah, I want to play it. Well, play that one. Well, maybe I should play this one. So I do that for all my games on Xbox. Well, let me fire up my PlayStation 4. Ooh, man, I got an unopened copy, still in a cellophane. The Last of Us 1.
Get out of here! Really?
Cracked open. It's in cellophane, just sitting here smiling at me.
But wait, I thought you played and beat that game. What happened?
I beat that game the very first time I had a PlayStation 4. This is like the, I don't know, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th time I've had a PlayStation.
So you purchased it again?
Well, when I bought my PlayStation 4, it came with the system.
Oh, okay. So what are you doing going back to to Last of Us, man? I mean, you beat the game like 12 times already. What's up with that?
Sometimes it's the nostalgia feel, man.
Nostalgia, and you got like 3,000 backlog games that you talk about right now. Like, what about just going like eeny, meeny, miny, mo and just hitting the start button on one of them games?
Okay, as well as I do, you gotta be in them. Sometimes when a game just called to you, it grab your attention right then, and you gone. The game has you. But
you ain't gonna find that game until you start touching games.
I don't want to touch the game and then lose the motivation to play it, and then it'll be another year before I play it.
Didn't we have this conversation before? I mean, I made comments here before where, I don't know, maybe you in denial, but I'm of the age where if I don't get to it and at least touch the game and play it for a little bit, I mean, if it's good, I'm going to play it for about an hour, maybe 2. Like the game that's playing in the background right now, this is Batman Arkham Asylum. I've started this game like 3 times. I have. But you know what? It's the deepest I've gotten in it so far. I'm like up to the part with Scarecrow. I think you'll see it here in the footage. But both sessions that I've had with this game, I've played it a good 2.5 hours each session. And I've been enjoying it. I haven't been overthinking it or nothing. Just get in there, running through it. I'm not trying to find every last secret and everything. I'm just playing the game. And so far, it's caught my attention. And I'm like, I'll go back and play it. It's not the only thing I'm playing, but so far, man, it's 2 for 2. 2 for 2. Oh. But you ain't got that time, bro. The clock is ticking, man. You got to touch them games. And if you don't like it, delete it and move on.
I know there's certain games that I want to touch, and there's certain games like I need to go back and play Doom 1. Like that's just for nostalgia purposes. And then I got the Mega Man Anniversary Collection, the Mega Man X Anniversary Collection, and and if anybody who's heard me on the show knows I'm a retro head. I will retro game. I'm a retro gamer here.
You got to get to it. You ain't a nothing gamer now, man. You just sitting there.
Hold on.
All these games in your collection and the cellophane, like you said, and saran wrap, whatever. Come on.
Hold on. So I tell you what. How about we have a race, brother? Me and you.
A race? A race of what?
A race. We both got Mega Man Anniversary Collection.
Ah, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Yeah,
Hey.
okay. He want that home field advantage. He's probably turned the game over like 15 times in his sleep. And now he wants to race me. Yeah, okay, no. Psych. That's not happening. That's not happening. No. I mean, I still gotta go back to Horizon Zero Dawn. It's waiting for me on the PlayStation. So it's there. I'm gonna go back to it. I'm playing Batman Arkham Asylum. What else am I playing? I've been a lot on my PC recently, and we're gonna talk about that here in a little bit. But I've been enjoying that Game Pass Ultimate subscription that I have on PC, and went back and was playing what's that? Plague's Tale, the rat game. It's a pretty good story, man. If you haven't played it, you should go check it out.
Who Plague's Tale?
Plague's Tale, Innocence. Let me bring this game up because I know I was gonna mess up the name like I just did. And let's see. Let me launch this. Hopefully, I don't mess up anything. But the game is pretty dope, man. A Plague Tale, Innocence. Yeah, look it up. I mean, I think it's on the console as well as PC through Game Pass.
A Plague's Tale?
A Plague's Tale, Innocence. Okay. I think it has a longer title, but I'm kind of like hovering over it now. And so I've been playing that, and I've put a chunk of time, and I'm really enjoying the story. It's just a linear game, you know, so you're not hunting down secrets or anything. It's just a story. And so I've been enjoying that, and I think I'm going to finish that game up. I also fired up, what's this game? Death's Gambit. Also been playing that on the PC through Game Pass Ultimate. And that game is pretty cool. I don't know if it's on console or not, but that game is pretty cool. I know it's on the Switch as well. And what else do I have here? I just downloaded Night Call, and that looks like a single player, kind of like a comic book style game. That I'm gonna be playing on my PC as well. Gris is another game on my PC through all of these games are through the Game Pass Ultimate. I downloaded that and I started playing that a little whiles ago, and that one's really straightforward. So I've been touching a lot of games and just enjoying myself and playing and just having fun, man. Not really thinking about it. I played Battletoads for about an hour.
What's your opinion on that?
I think the game is cool. I like the look of it. The writing looks like it's well done, but it's not for me. You know, I played it and then I got tired of it quick. Okay. And I just, I said, okay, it's cool. I can see the appeal. I like that you can play all three characters. You can switch between them and they kind of like regen health. So it's cool. It keeps it flowing as you're playing single player. But like I said, it's like an old school, side-scrolling beat 'em up, and has a couple of twists and turns there as well. And like I said, the writing looks like they did it well, but it's not a game that I want to invest any serious time in. So I kind of like put it to the side.
Fair enough.
Yep. Another game that I'm looking at right now and this game I finished it. This is one of those action adventure puzzle games. It's called The Gardens Between. That game is cool. You should check that out. I'm not sure if that's still on console, but it's definitely on the Game Pass Ultimate on the PC side.
Well, give me a rundown.
Check that out.
Give me a rundown on what is that about.
The Gardens Between.
Yeah.
It's a puzzle game. You have to see it. It's kind of hard to describe. It has some really cool art, but you're basically controlling like two characters at the same time, and it's like their journey through some imaginary land or their imagination. They're like best friends, and I think one is moving away from the other, so they go on like this imaginary adventure and whatnot. And the cool thing is as you're walking with them, you have to kind of like solve the puzzle in front of you, and you can kind of rewind and go back, and you see everything like rewinding. You just got to check it out. It's really cool. If you like puzzle games, it's pretty straightforward. It won't take you that long to go through it if you sit there and play it. And I enjoyed it. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been on Game Pass for a while. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's on console. Maybe I can click on it. Let's see. It is. It doesn't even tell me if it's on console or not. But yeah, it is on Game Pass, and I'm looking at it right now on my PC. So, but yeah, but there's a ton of stuff to play. I want to jump back into Minecraft Dungeons and play some of the content, the expansion packs that just came out not too long ago.
Oh, that good, huh?
And rock out on that. Yeah, man. Darksiders Genesis. That's like a Diablo type game.
Oh yeah, I'm a big Darksiders fan.
Yeah, I definitely want to play that Darksiders Genesis, and I think I'm gonna play it on my PC. To be honest, and when I say I'm playing on my PC, guys, unless it's like an RTS game or a game that just makes sense to me to play with a mouse and keyboard, I'm playing it with an Xbox controller. So don't get it twisted. I'm not like torturing myself with mouse and keyboard. I play certain games with mouse and keyboard, like Doom, and Moonlighter. I like playing Moonlighter as well on the PC, and maybe if I check out Pillars of Eternity, I might be playing that mouse and keyboard just because it's easier to navigate, like the moves and stuff like that.
I heard people are waiting on that one.
What's that? Pillars of Eternity?
Oh yeah,
it's out. Pillars of Eternity's out.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, you might be talking about something else, but anyways.
I'm thinking about Elfengard.
Something like that. Yeah, I know there's some other stuff coming out. There's a bunch of new additions to Game Pass as well. I think there's a game called Double Kick Heroes. Tell Me Why. I think it has like 3 chapters. The last chapter comes out the 10th of this month. The new Super Lucky's Tale. If anybody wants to play, I got the first one. I picked up the first one and I enjoyed it. I should go back and play it. I know people got hate for Super Lucky, so they were like, "Oh, Xbox making these, kiddie platformers," but I thought it was cool.
Did you beat it though?
No, I played it, but I didn't really get invested into it, and I think there was just a lot of other stuff going on at that time. But it's one of those games that I got in my inventory, and I know if I go back, I'll enjoy and I'll play it. And a game that I'm hearing, guys, that if you're interested, and I know that I'm speaking about Xbox Game Pass, but I mean they have a lot of games here. A game that I'm hearing that is getting a lot of hype. Now, I haven't played it, but some people are even saying it's game of the year. Now, again, I'm going to reserve my judgment because I haven't played it. I kind of know what it's about, but it's called Spiritfarer. It's an action adventure platform game. And, again, I'm going to reserve my judgment. It is an indie game. I'm looking at it right now. It's 6.6 gigabytes. It's titled under Action Adventure. And they say that the people commenting on it are saying that, it's written well. I guess it has a lot of touchy-feely moments. You're a character that's trying to help others, I guess, on this Noah's Ark looking type boat house ship that you have, and you're just like ushering people into whatever the next life or whatever. I don't know. I'm not doing it any justice, guys, by explaining it. Go look it up. Spiritfarer. It's an indie game. It is. I see it on Xbox Game Pass here for PC. And it might be on console as well. So, you know, if I click on full details, excuse me, let's see. I don't see if it says anything here as far as it's on both systems. Nope, I just see it here for Windows, and you can play it with an Xbox controller. So,
Oh, that's sexy enough in itself.
oh no, and you could install it on your Xbox One console and a Windows 10 PC. So it's probably on the console side as well. It's got a 4.1 as far as reviews. And, you know, it might be something to check out. Again, you don't have to commit. You know, it's not like you're going to put a ring on it, marry it, and, you know, till death do you part. So go check it out. There's a lot to play. And so little time as always. So,
You know, it always seems that way.
so Jay, you know what's up, man? Like, what's gonna be the next game you play? Tell me something. Come on.
The next game I play, like, you mean as far as new, upcoming, or that's what's stored in the library?
I mean, at this point, I don't care if it's like stored in storage and, you know,
Well, to be 100,
dusty or whatever. What are you gonna play?
to be 100% honest, ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking forward to playing this Mario All Stars 3D because yo, and then they got the 35th anniversary too, where 65 players racing Mario 1, and you just, man, that Nintendo, I love you.
That excites you? Then you playing with like 100 people,
God.
and
Oh,
that's your jam, ain't it?
Nintendo, don't pull your love from me, baby. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
I know you got upset at me because I didn't even mention that to you when we talked, and you was like, "Man, why didn't you tell me about this?" And I was like,
Man,
"Cause I really didn't care."
you a jerk. You know me. I like competition, man.
I hear
That's
you,
just
man.
why
I
you always
found it
think I'm
kind of
playing
silly.
Dragon Ball.
You know what I find kind of silly though, and give me your feedback on this, Jay. Let's chat about Nintendo releasing these, you know, these games that they're pulling out from the vault. We all know, and we chatted about it last time, that they keep selling you old games for $60 and we keep, you know, biting, and that's our prerogative. If we want to, that's fine. If you don't, just shut up and don't say nothing. You know, everybody make your own choice. You all grown.
Yeah.
But the thing is that where was I gonna go with this? You know, what's your take on some of these games that were announced being timed exclusives? Like, well, not timed exclusives. They're just gonna be timed. They're only gonna be out for a certain amount of time.
Well, that doesn't bother me.
But don't you find it kind of silly? Like,
well, no. Let me ask you this: when Disney goes, "Hey, you can buy Dumbo for a limited time only,"
true.
and it's going back in the vault. How
True.
many years have we seen this through anything else? So how is it any different?
True.
Just because you new heads all scared to lose them. Oh my God, people go, man, just buy it.
So you think the creating this sense of urgency by saying it's limited, get yours before it's too late, is going to just ramp up sales even more so?
Yeah, always does.
You think Nintendo had to go down that route though to get hype? I mean, I think people would have been hype irregardless if it would have been limited or not.
True, but at the same time, different buyers market nowadays. Nintendo knows it. You know, Nintendo can reach out to old heads like me and you with the simplest thing and be like, "Here you go, here you go. You know you want it," and like train dogs, just like we did with the Mario Kart with the remote control cars and all that. Man, our tongues dropped. We sat up, paws up, like we ready for just give it to them.
Yes.
And that's how Nintendo does their thing. Like, I ain't mad at them.
I hadn't been that excited about something coming since Anthem.
Anthem, I'm sorry, might be the butt of the jokes tonight.
Oh man, when I saw them little remote control cars, Mario and
Oh,
Luigi, and it was in the house, I was like, yeah, that's what's up right
oh,
there. Take my money, take my
man.
savings, just take it all. Just take it all.
Put Nintendo in that little pit pack.
Oh
Girl,
man.
I need that money. Here you go.
Yeah, but to all seriousness, I hadn't been that giddy, that excited, that looking forward to something, and knowing that it's gonna be delivered. Like there was a release date on it. The only thing they didn't talk about was price, obviously, because it's just an announcement. But
Yeah.
I'm sure the price is gonna come out here real soon. And if I had to take a guess, man, I don't think them cars are gonna be cheap though. What do you think them little cars are gonna be with the cameras in it?
I'm gonna go. Honestly, I'm gonna go for the whole set. 139.99.
And what do you mean the whole set?
You're looking at a car with camera. Then you got the track thing, and then the game itself.
But you
So
think you're gonna have to buy the game? You don't think it's gonna like? You don't
no,
think it
you
is?
gotta
It's its own game or
no.
something you download?
Nintendo ain't stupid. It's gonna be a game. Mario Kart Home Edition, I think is what it's called.
What?
It's gonna be a
You
game.
think so?
It's, so
Interesting.
I will throw down $1 that says
Wow.
it's gonna be a game. That's why I'm saying you got to pay for hardware.
Hmm.
You got to pay for the game and the remote control card. 139.99.
Wow. I didn't
That's
think
what
about that. I didn't think it didn't cross my mind that it would be an actual game. Cause I thought, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's like, yeah, maybe you're right. I think I could go that way too. Like, maybe like download the game separately or your car ain't gonna work.
Oh,
So yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, I think, and they haven't said anything about packaging or anything, but I think it's gonna be the actual cart and the gates, the 4 gates. It looked like it had 4 gates, so maybe like each car comes with 4 gates.
yeah.
And I'm wondering how many. I mean, we don't even have to wonder about this. How many characters are in Mario Kart?
Oh,
It's a bunch
depends
of
on how
them.
far.
It's a
Remember,
lot.
Mario Kart was first released on Super Nintendo back in I think '94,
So
and
there's a lot of carts. I mean, there's
so they,
so if you roughly if you went with like the base, there's probably at least 8 drivers. The ones we know like Luigi, Bowser,
Peach,
Peach,
uh,
Toad,
Toad, Donkey
Yoshi,
Kong.
Donkey Kong. That's 6 already. Mario and Luigi. That's 8.
I mean, just that.
Those are 8. That's the start. Can you imagine if this thing catches wildfire like I think it's gonna catch wildfire? Nintendo's gonna be rolling in money.
Nintendo already rolling in money.
They gonna be rolling in some fresh new money. That's what I'm talking about.
All Nintendo gotta do is drop the next Game Boy, and they already rich.
Oh
That's just
man,
what it is.
I can't mess
Sorry.
with no little screens like that. I like my Switch, but there's some games that I won't play on it. I just can't. The screen for me is it's too small. And maybe if the resolution was sharper, maybe if it was running 1440, 2K, then the games would, not that they look bad now, but there's just I can't play certain games on the Switch Portable. I have to plug in and play.
Speaking of screens, I got a sidebar for you.
Okay.
I went to Walmart today. I saw a 70-inch flat screen TV on sale for $5.99, and my mouth dropped. And I swear I was about to buy this TV.
75-inch. What was it? 75 Vizio?
This one was a Hisense.
A Hisense? Okay.
Yeah.
Hisense is moving up in the world, man. So Hisense is still in a place with TCL. Is it TCL or TLC? TCL, I think.
TCL.
Yeah, Hisense and TCL are still in a place where they haven't gotten out of that Vizio territory. Remember when Vizio first came out?
Oh God, people hated Vizio.
Yeah, people were like, "Oh, what's this bootleg brand?" And now Vizio is rolling like with Sony and Samsung. So get those Hisense TV while you can. They're working on new technology. I told you about that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're working on some new stuff that should be in the market here shortly. So keep an eye on Hisense, but that's another conversation for another day.
But
yes, sir.
But to end this sidebar, this brother's seen my TV before, and I'm thinking about upgrading from my TV to a new TV.
So what are you gonna do with that TV that you have already in your living room?
I have no idea. Probably mounted somewhere in the kitchen.
He said mounted in the kitchen. I don't know where you gonna put it in your kitchen. his brother's gonna move out one of his kids. He's gonna be like, "I'm sorry, man. You gotta go. Bunk beds gotta go."
I know.
Y'all can flip a coin and figure out who's staying because the TV's going up on this wall right here. His brother's laughing, but he's like,
Hey, he is giving me some thoughts there. I need to
man. Either that or he's going to have to get a bigger place because these TVs keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Hey, man, I'm sorry. I enjoy my gaming and movie. I'm spoiled.
Well, I will say this, though, Jay. At least when we went up your way and went to visit, that it was icy cold in that living room. So you ain't got no issues with like keeping things cool because you can bring that bad boy in. It's gonna be all right.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, I like keeping my house cool.
It's all right. It's all good. I'd rather it be cool or cold than hot, sweaty, stinky. I mean, you don't want that.
Hold on, man. You out there where the humidity will take your breath away.
Yeah, well, I'm out here where the humidity is, but that don't mean I'm outside. So,
well, you gotta be outside. We all gotta go eat.
I got the AC blowing. I got my ceiling fan going. I got a fan off to the side blowing here at my PC, keeping everything cool. So, but anyways, I don't even want how we got down this path of 75-inch TVs and all this Nintendo. But speaking of Nintendo, just an honorable mention. I wish my son Joshua, shout out to him, would be on or whatnot. But if he's listening, whether now or after the fact, whatever it may be, Hyrule. What was it that I said was the name of the game? Hyrule Warriors.
Celestial Warriors, I think you said.
I said Celestial Wars. I didn't say no Celestial Wars, bro. This guy's.
You sure?
Anyways, I would do it no justice. You guys know what Hyrule Warriors. If y'all don't know, well, then obviously you probably don't care like me, but I know what Hyrule Warriors is because there's another game like Dynasty Warriors where it's like 1 against 1,000,000, and I don't like it, to be honest.
Okay, hold up. I need to stop you right here.
What?
Why? What is your beef? What is your beef with Dynasty Warriors?
I ain't got no beef with Dynasty Wars. I just, it's just not for me.
Oh no. Why? Why does it not for you?
It's just not for me. Like, I don't find any appeal in running around and fighting waves upon waves upon waves of whatever, soldiers or whatever. They all look alike and whatever. It's just talking about it is just boring to me. So it's boring. It's just.
Oh, I got you, brother. I got you.
It's I don't know. It's just I'm thinking about it. For me, it might have a great story, whatever. But it wasn't like not Hyrule, but like Dynasty Wars, like up to like part 10 or something.
9 or 10.
Look at that. So it's like, if you played part 1, you played all the other ones because they're all the same.
But here's the thing, though. So long as people buy that game,
there you go. So long as people keep buying Madden football, they're gonna keep doing it.
You want to bring Madden into this conversation?
You should have bought it in a long time ago. What's up with your boys at EA, man? Why they doing us like this, man?
Wait a minute, hold on. Why I gotta be EA? Why I gotta be like that?
When are people gonna learn? When are people gonna learn?
Man, People out here like trained dogs right here. So long as they see they treat, they gonna jump up and be like, "Hey, hey, 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 hey," and they
Well,
gonna
I mean, in all fairness, it's like it's like us when we saw the Nintendo stuff, man. We were salivating and we were like, take our money. So maybe it's like that. I don't know.
Okay, how dumb are you to let the same company for the last 15 years give you the same game,
Yeah,
and you take it proudly, like Igor the Hunchback? Oh,
it is.
boss, thank you for the same game. Thank you, thank you.
It is messed up though, Jay, that the last article that I came across about EA pretty much cut and paste. They was finding like Madden
So you looked it up.
2020 stuff and Madden 2021.
Yeah, so you looked it up.
Well, I mean, you sent a bunch of articles and stuff. Like I went through it and read it. I had a good time laughing, to be honest, because I'm not a Madden person. I used to play Madden back on like Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. Okay, that's when Madden was fun, But other than that, I was like, I was done with Madden after that.
Yeah, well, you know what? I don't understand. I mean, I do understand how Madden makes their money. I ain't mad at it. Hey, Madden, if people want to give it to you, then hey, y'all, that's y'all money. I can't say nothing.
Well, people deserve a good game. I mean, if Madden has the monopoly, which they do, EA Madden has the monopoly on NFL. That's an undertaking. That's a responsibility there, man. You're the only one on the market that's putting these games out every single year. You should be delivering every single year. And once you stop doing that, I mean, you should just be out of the game. Pass the buck. Pass it to somebody else and say, hey, look, we're done. We've done it for the last 20 years, 30 years, whatever how long they've been doing it. And just give it to somebody else. I mean, 2K will be more than happy to jump in there and pick up where you left off and give us a real football game.
Oh, don't get back. NFL 2K5.
Man, that's exactly. I played 2K, 2K1, 2K2. I used to rock those games, man. I was like, what? Madden what?
Oh, NFL 2K, that series competing against Madden. Madden was not standing a chance until
no. And when it first came out, when those first came out, they were $20, brother. $20. You remember that?
And they were so good too.
So good, bro. From the presentation, the announcers, everything, man. I love that game.
Come on, brother. A bit of a history lesson for the people. What system did the very first 2K football release on?
What system? Wasn't it Dreamcast?
Yeah, absolutely correct.
Yeah, I know, because I got the Dreamcast like on top of my subwoofer right under my desk. Yep. Yeah, man. I remember playing with my neighbor, and I mean literally like he lived in the apartment like right across from mine, and we would be playing that 2K football all night, just having a blast, man. So much fun.
I love it.
So much fun, man. But 2K popped up into the news, also with their own drama and controversy as well, pretty much telling people, hey, if you want to play 2K whatever 21 or whatever 2021 whatever they're up to on next gen consoles, you're gonna pay more and it's gonna be a totally separate game. So if you buy it on the current gen consoles and then you decide to pick up a new gen consoles, oh well, you're not getting no upgrade. Buy the game again. That sucks. But you know what? You want to go down that path? Go ahead. You're just gonna become just like EA. That's all.
That's true, but at least they sent out a warning. They let you know exactly what they was gonna do.
Yeah. Hey, that's like the mugger on the street telling you, "Hey, I'm about to rob you. I'm gonna knock you out, and I'm gonna take your stuff. I'm giving you a warning, okay? Gee, thanks, Mr. Robber."
And how many people are dumb enough to follow it?
Well,
I,
to each their
hell
own.
yeah.
I don't want to like, I don't even want to say that people are dumb, but we're creatures of habits. Let's just say that we're creatures of habits, and you know, 2K is someone's crack, just like MLB the show is someone's crack, and whatever other series out there. I got my own vices and own games that I'll buy. They're there, and those are the games that I love, the game that I'll buy. I've had to break many of those addictions, here in the last couple years. And I'm glad. Kind of like what I want to. We talked about Nintendo, Hyrule, whatever the next series is. Hey, if you're excited about that, that's awesome. That's great. If I can get my son on here to talk about that, he can give us the whole history and everything, and he can just, make it sound really juicy in the immortal words of Dusty,
Dusty,
if he's listening.
juicy,
Juicy.
juicy.
We miss you, brother. We love you. We know you tune in and listen, even if it's after the fact. But what you call it? But yeah, that's an honorable mention. I'm gonna mention one other thing in case you guys are not aware of it. I haven't seen or heard anyone giving press to this. Maybe I've been under a rock. Maybe you already heard this. But CD Projekt Red, the people who are making Cyberpunk, the most highly anticipated game, this whole next gen, current gen console, whatever you want to call it, fiasco.
Yeah.
They made another little game earlier or before called The Witcher 3, which I've talked about here exhaustively. So CD Projekt Red is going to give, for any current owners of Witcher 3 on this gen console right now. So if you own it on PC, the current Xbox, and the PlayStation 4, we're going to get, because I own it, we're going to get all the upgrades, the graphical upgrades for the next gen consoles. Absolutely free. So that's gonna be sweet. So we're gonna see, Gerald and his horse Roach in full ray tracing glory. So
Okay, so well, now that we've entered the realm of PC, these brothers have asked me over a few messages over the past couple days, and this one goes out to you, Henyo. So whenever you decide you want to throw something on this, we can talk another day. But I kind of want to know, computer wise, because I am considering building something. And I
okay.
know I can talk to you, but I want to put it out there for the world to hear. I'm calling this computer class 101 for dummies. I am a computer dummy. All right, I will own it. Ladies and gentlemen, you can laugh at me if you want to, but at least I am human enough to say I'm
You
a
know
dummy.
more about PCs than you probably don't even realize. I mean, it ain't rocket science. It ain't like you're gonna actually build all the chipsets and everything. It all comes in pieces and you put it together. You just gotta make sure that it's compatible. That's basically it.
All right, so brother, tell the fandom out there about your rig.
Tell the fandom about my rig. They don't want to hear nothing about my rig. My rig, I got a 1080 graphics card. Ain't nothing to say about that because right now it's 2 generations old with the 30 series that's been announced. So, but with my graphics card, my current setup, I got an i5 Coffee Lake CPU. I could run, and I do run games at 1440p resolution with no problems with frame rates. Okay, now I can't bump up, games and play them on ultra graphic settings. Some games just won't look as crisp, won't run as well. But I can play the majority of things out there. And right now, just in conversations with Henyo, I was looking at the 30 series of the new graphics cards that got announced, and I was like, maybe I need to upgrade my graphics card. I got it, like I said, I got a 1080, and I was contemplating at one point, before the announcement of the 30 series, to get the 2080, but I'm so glad that I didn't, because these 30s now are going to be half the price. And but I'm not gonna get into that. The long and short of it is, after speaking with Henyo, all I'm gonna do, and I've already invested in it, I should get it on the 16th. I'm getting a new CPU, so I'm gonna bump up from an i5 CPU, which is the brain of the computer, just to keep it Charlie Brown style. I'm getting an i9, and that's going to have me sitting in a place where I'll be able to run pretty much any game out there. Now, mind you, I won't have a graphics card that's going to do ray tracing and all of the stuff that the next gen consoles do, or will be doing. But if I want to upgrade in the future, and get all of that on PC side, all I got to do is just upgrade the graphics card, and that's it.
Now we talk about PC. I don't have a PC. And tell me, since I am this is computer illiterate people. If you don't understand computers, there are other people who are a lot smarter than us. But I'm a dummy, so I'm gonna get what I can get right now. That's why I want to hit you.
You're a novice. You're not a dummy. You're a novice.
But anyway, okay. Well, I'm a newbie. I'm a newbie in gamers.
And I'm still learning a whole bunch. And Papa Henyo needs to be on the show because he knows more.
Right. So what is the difference between a GPU and a CPU?
Man, your GPU is what's going to run your graphics, and your CPU is the brain of the computer. That's it.
So your GPU. So if I wanted to build a computer and I decided to get what's the newest graphics card?
You need both.
What's the newest graphics card that's coming out?
The 30 series. That's what we were talking about. The 30 series. You know, they have a 3070, a 3080, which is, you know, between the 3070 and the 3090, which is the high end. And I'm sure they're going to announce at one point or another a 3060. So each one of those graphics cards, they're in the same series, and they're gonna have their own capability. You know, you want to sit somewhere in the sweet spot. My opinion, a 3080 is great. You know, if you're gonna build a new rig now, and you want all of the bells and whistles of these next gen consoles and then some, 3080 is a way to go. And of course, you want to get a CPU, a processor that's not going to choke or bottleneck is the term your graphics card. In other words, you want your CPU, your brain, to be processing fast enough so that your GPU is not waiting for information, and vice versa. And so all those things have to play nice with each other. That's keeping it really basic, you know?
Okay.
And again, it's not rocket science, man. It's just knowing. I think you asked in our chat when we was chatting with Henyo, I think Henyo asked you the key question, which I was asked, and I had to ask myself when I first built my PC, and it was, how much am I willing to spend? Like, what's my budget? You know, because you can go down rabbit holes chasing all sorts of components and stuff for your PC, and you don't want to do that. You want to like say, okay, this is how much money I got, and this is what I want to be able to do with my rig, you know? And so you start putting it together at that point, and then you'll realize and say, okay, at one point you'll say, okay, I got what I need, or you'll say, I don't have enough money. Where am I going to cut back? Or am I going to wait and put a couple more dollars together? Because there's a lot of people now that spent money. I'm talking about $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 on a 2080 Ti Titan graphics card. Okay. And this was just a couple of months ago. And the reason they did it, it was because they were hearing about, you know, this ray tracing and all this other stuff that's like the new stuff now, you know? and they wanted their rigs to run it, and they were hearing, Xbox, PlayStation 5 is gonna have all this, high-end graphics and whatever. So of course, they're gonna update their rigs. They're not gonna buy a console. They're gonna stay with PC. And then what happened? Then they announced the 30 series, and the 30 series, I think a 3080 is gonna cost only $700, $699.
Oh wow!
And it's far superior to a 2080 Ti. So a lot of people are like, wow, right now they're like, dang, I just spent, $1,300-$1,400 on this graphics card. And here we are, 5-6 months later, and this card got announced. It's far superior. It's going to give me all the bells and whistles, everything that I want, so I can play on my PC for $700.
That's crazy.
So, it's you can go down rabbit holes. That's one of the things that always attracted me to the consoles, has been that it's a closed system. What you purchase is what you get. It's plug and play. You play it, you enjoy. You're not thinking about upgrading anything. You understand? Because it's a closed system. It is what you pay for. That's it.
Very true.
With a PC though, you always have the flexibility to customize it and to, upgrade this and upgrade that. And, it just gives you that flexibility. Where right now, to be honest, guys, that's where I'm at right now, Jay. I'm like, I got Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. I got all these games that I can play on both my Xbox One X, which I own. I'm playing in 4K. I have a 4K display. Some games run at 60 frames per second on my console. There's no attraction. There's really no reason for me to get an Xbox Series X. There is none. I've sat down and I'm like, why am I going to get it? Because it's going to have more speed, because it's going to have ray tracing, because it's going to have a couple of more bells and whistles. I can play all the same games on my current console, and I can play on PC the same games, and my PC actually runs better, than my console. So do I need to do that? No, I don't need to do that. So I've made the decision, really, honestly, I kind of just said, I'm not going to get a Series S or X day one. I know I've said here before that I was, but I've stepped back now and said, wait a minute, there's no need for me to do this, because all my games, I could run it on my PC and on my Xbox One X. I have no need to upgrade. None. I can wait a year and a half, especially that Xbox first party are not going to have any games, at least for another year. Halo Infinite is not coming out until maybe the end of next year.
I think that might be the case.
Right? So other than Halo Infinite, which I would have probably picked up the Series X, now that it's not coming out, I'm like, okay, what else am I gonna benefit from getting this new system? Not really anything. My Xbox One X runs just fine. So yes, I'm not gonna have the faster loading times. I'm not gonna have the ray tracing. I know all that. I can live without that. And
some people who can't, though.
Well, I mean, and I was one of those people. I'm gonna testify about that. I was one of those people that I needed to get it day one. You understand? And again, I'm not gonna front. If there would have been something that I needed to play day one, okay? Even Cyberpunk, if I'm not mistaken, Cyberpunk is coming out on next gen consoles, but it's not gonna have all that ray tracing stuff day one.
Well, we don't know for sure.
Well, from what I understand and what I heard, they're not going to have that. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I haven't heard the news. Maybe I haven't read up or whatever. If somebody can see that and tell me about it or whatever, maybe I need to look it up. But to be honest, from what I heard and understood, they're not going to have it day one. It's going to be patched in later. How much later? I don't know.
Well,
But
if they already got plans, then there should be no problems.
yeah, they got plans for it. But what I'm saying is, it's not going to be there day one. You understand? Like, the system launches, the game is out. It's not going to be there day one. It might be there a month later, a couple weeks later. But are you going to hold on to your game and say, oh, I'm not going to play this for a month or 2 months until ray tracing's available? I'm not.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody's going to do that. Everybody wants the shiny box to play something new. And the Series X does not have... You know what Xbox got going for it? And this is the echo chamber. Everyone should know this. Game Pass. That's it.
Hey, you can't beat it. It's a good business model.
You can't beat it. It's a great business model. I don't want to be the echo chamber, but that is what Microsoft is pushing. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. As a matter of fact, when you saw the leaks today, the Series X, again, no surprise as to the prices. You have the Xbox Series X is $499. I thought it was going to be more. So I'm pleasantly surprised that it's $499. I think that's a steal, not a deal. That's a steal, okay? If you want to upgrade, and this is just me and my opinion, if you want to upgrade to the Xbox Series X because you have an Xbox maybe One S, even if you have the X, if you want to upgrade and get all the bells and whistles, $500 for a system is a steal. You're going to have the most powerful hardware out there console-wise, okay? That's the way to go. But the Xbox Series S is not shabby at all. At all. It looks really appealing because Microsoft is going to package both of these systems with Game Pass Ultimate, and just like you do with your phones, you're going to be able to pay for it on a monthly basis. You're going to be able to finance these systems.
Yes, sir.
So, like, I think for like $25 a month or something, you're going to be able to have... You're going to have the Xbox Series S plus Game Pass Ultimate. I mean, come on. For like $25 a month, and I think for $35 a month, you're going to have the Xbox Series X and Game Pass Ultimate for 2 years, each respectively. And I think someone mentioned, I'm forgetting who it was that mentioned it, but when they said it, I said, I can see Microsoft doing this, going down the route, just like you get the iterations of iPhones and the Samsung phones every single year. I can see Microsoft doing this with the consoles. I can see next year or maybe 2 years out, them coming out with a reiteration of the Xbox Series X and saying, Xbox Series X 0.1 or whatever they're going to call it, Yeah. And the same thing with the Xbox Series S. And so you're going to be like, oh, snap, I don't have the world's most powerful system anymore because the Xbox Series X1 actually has this extra thing on it, And so you're going to be in a position where you're going to be like, do I upgrade now or do I wait another 6 months or a year and then get the next one, and you skip a generation like some people do with their phones?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, could you see that happening, Jay? I've been blabbing here and going off, but
it could. I mean, I could actually see that being a distinct possibility.
I mean, because you're in the ecosystem. That's what you're buying into. You're in the ecosystem. You're locked in with Game Pass Ultimate. You're subscribed. You're hooked. And you're like, I don't want to lose my games. I don't want to move on from this ecosystem. What do I got to do to upgrade? And when your 2-year financing is up, or coming up, they'll just send you an email and say, hey, we got the new shiny box here ready for you. All you got to do is trade in the one you have, and we'll give you a credit and put you on another 2-year lease.
That's it.
And they got you, and they got us.
Well, unless you're smart and just buy your system outright, which they don't. They're not gonna want that. But
Either way, they don't care about the hardware as much as they do the software, and that's why I don't, and I won't, and I don't have to, because I own all the systems. But it's the opposite of what PlayStation is doing, because PlayStation is like, no, you want to play next gen gaming, you got to buy the new system, and that's all it is. They're not changing that model. That's the quote unquote traditional way. Microsoft is moving to a more like I just said, like phones, where they have you locked in. It's like a lot of people won't leave Apple because they're in the ecosystem. A lot of people won't leave Samsung because they're in the ecosystem, and they what they call it, that jump program or something. Every time that a new phone is announced, I just give you my old one, you give me a couple of dollars on it, and I just take on a new lease.
Yeah.
And that's how it works. And that's how they keep you in there. And that's how they keep, I think it's really smart, to be honest. I think it's just the way that things are going to be eventually. But the PC's been doing that for forever.
Absolutely.
So it's like, however you want to look at it or whatever, the business models are different, this and that and the other. People are going to play wherever they want to play. But I can see how they're going to keep people in the ecosystem, keep them interested, keep pushing Game Pass. And Game Pass is only going to get better. It's only going to grow, and it's only going to get better.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So we're going to be on that. But go ahead, Jay. What are you going to say?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, because a lot of y'all like to judge people. A lot of y'all think that people can't have an opinion of their own. Well, I'm sorry to say, once again, if you're here, you like it drama free, and that's how we like you too. And what I have to say to back that is, enjoy your games, people. We can talk all day about how good a game is, or we easily can. But at the same time, chill out. Everybody has an opinion. We ain't got to fight about it.
It's a hobby. It's a hobby. We don't. I don't. When I said that I got tired, like really, I was excited a couple of months ago, and then I just got tired. And even when the news leaked today, I don't know. You saw the news and you saw the leak. I think you sent me an article. I saw Paco send an article early this morning, whatever. I looked at it and I was like, I really don't care. Like, I got to the point where I'm like, they lost me as far as excitement wise. Now that it leaked, and now you see the system, the Xbox Series S, and the price and this and that, I had no excitement whatsoever. I was more like, finally, like, I couldn't understand why you didn't put the price out sooner. And now that it quote unquote leaked, because I don't think it just leaked. I think it was just done on purpose. Honestly, I'm not one of these conspiracy theorist people, but I think it was just planned. It made it look like a leak so that they can come out. It happened in the wee hours of the morning, and then, they were able to control the whole narrative. I think they did some memes on it and all this other stuff, and it was like, yeah, it's here. We want to make it official, blah, blah, blah. Kind of like, I don't know. That's just my opinion. Was it not? Was it on purpose? I don't care, to be honest, because I lost all interest. I lost all interest in both systems, the Series S and the Series X. I will say this, Jay, that the Series S is appealing, and I'll tell people why they should consider it. even if you have an Xbox One X, okay, like I do, and you doing 4K gaming, you're enjoying that machine. If you absolutely have to want to upgrade, you want to treat yourself this Christmas or whatever, getting an Xbox Series S, it's a digital machine. Most people are probably digital already. So if you don't mind that it's all digital at the price of what, $299, $300, it is phenomenal value for you to get a machine that's going to play at 1440p resolution. It's gonna upscale to 4K. Your games are gonna look gorgeous, and they're gonna run with all the new hardware that the Series X has. You're gonna get the ray tracing. You're gonna get the speed of NVMe drive. You're gonna get all that stuff for a steal of a price. So if you're looking to upgrade, that's something that you have to do, but you don't have the cash, the $500 to throw down on Xbox Series X. Get the S. Get it. You're not gonna regret it. You're not. So, and it is, and listen, don't listen to the hype. Don't listen to people who don't know nothing about nothing. When you read the specs and it says, oh, it has less teraflops than the Xbox One X. Listen, it's new architecture inside the box. It's RDNA 2, okay? It's not this Jaguar garbage Xbox One X has in it right now. It's new architecture in there, okay? So the numbers don't mean squat. It's going to be a monster of a system. It's going to be much better than the Xbox One X that I own. So that's my little spiel on that. And Jay died. Where's Jay? That's why he ain't say nothing. There he is. You died, Jay. What happened?
I don't know.
You muted yourself or something? Because I just opened up Discord and you was muted.
Oh, see? Are you serious?
Well, just now as I was doing that rant.
Oh, man. I don't know.
He don't know. I think it's time for us to call it quits, guys. We've been here an hour and change. That's pretty much what we jumped on. Oh, yeah. We jumped on here to chat a bit. We were hoping, again, to have Henyo here, but it's all good. I'm not trying to guilt trip that brother. Life happens and whatnot, but hopefully we have him on the next time. We can get deeper into some more of this PC talk because, guys, honestly, I've said it. I've been a console gamer all my life. And now I'm looking at my PC and I'm finding some love for it now. And I'm like, wait a minute. I need to look at this PC a little bit closer. I need to give it some more love, some more appreciation, because this whole cat and mouse business with Xbox and PlayStation and the back and forth and the console wars, I'm like, you know what? If I want to drop some money to upgrade my system and get all the bells and whistles and play all these games, all these third-party games are going to be on PC. And I can play with my controller on my PC, my preferred controller, my Xbox controller on my PC. I can play the Call of Duties. I can play whatever, the new Assassin's Creed. I can play all these third-party Cyberpunk, and they're gonna look better. They're gonna run better. I don't know, man. It's just, to me, it's like, it's taking me a little bit of time. But for me, it's a no-brainer now. At this point, like, I'm not going to get caught up in this mess with all these people arguing about these boxes, because at the end of the day, it's a hobby. It's a hobby.
Yeah.
Play where you want to play, where you can play. And I've been, for lack of a better word, no, it's the appropriate word. I've been blessed. I got a PC that I can run and I can play and I can upgrade and I can get the ray tracing if I want and do all that other stuff. Hey, I'm just gonna enjoy myself. That's all I'm saying. And I'm just telling you guys, do the same. Enjoy yourselves, play wherever you want, enjoy your games. As Jay always says in every episode, you hear him give his little spiel. People, it's only a hobby. Play where you're gonna play. Stop complaining.
Your money.
It's your money. Exactly.
That's
Jay, you got anything to say? Anything you need to add to this fire? Because it's fizzling out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we bid you all a farewell as the fires dim and the night and pillows seem to call our heads, I would like to say thank you for subscribing and listen what these two old fools have to say about gaming, because we ain't got the sponsors and all the other stuff that everybody else does. We just talk from the heart, and I appreciate all you guys subscribing. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, we're just here. We're hanging. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, we're not trying to be an echo chamber. We're not trying to parrot what everyone else is saying. We're just letting you guys know, hey, we've been here, done that. We've seen it. It's okay. If you're not excited about this next gen, console war nonsense, whatever, hey, join the party. I'm not saying anything negative about PlayStation or Xbox. I think they have phenomenal systems coming out. The announcements of the 30 series for the PC. I mean, everything is being pushed forward. And that's good news for gamers no matter what platform you're playing on. It's all good. It's all good. So just enjoy your gaming. Be good to one another. Take care of each other. And as always, keep your gaming and your life drama free. Later, people.